Sharp talk time, people. This is where I bring real life people who have done real life transformations and transformed their body, their mind, but not only just transform what they actually do in today life, but they've made it part of their lifestyle. And we discuss on their trials, tribulations, and their journey. And today, on set, I've got Mr. Roger Moore.
Come on now.
Whoa! Like that intro, Roger?
Yeah. Roger
right.
Moore, man.
Now, this guy, I'm going to tell you about his first journey coming and when I first met him. This guy walked into the gym at the time. He was doing some video work and he looked at me, and at the same time, Denzel was there, and he didn't believe in working out. He goes, I'm a sportsman. I play sports through and through and through. You ain't never going to catch me doing lifting no weights. Gym people, they're all big, buff, stiff as anything. And, you know, and what are we talking about? 4 years later?
4 years later.
More?
Bro, more than that, bro.
I'm sorry.
We're talking about we've known each other for like, you're talking about, I think I just turned 40 at the time. Remember, I'm 48 now.
Oh, all right, then look at that.
You know,
we're talking
crazy.
about 8 years later.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
8 years later,
And the rest,
this
man.
guy he's the thorough of consistency.
Once a week.
8 years. So he hasn't just transformed, he's changed his identity. And that's what we're going to speak about today. Like, how can you go from a cynical person to changing your identity and making this part of your lifestyle? Because I know there's people out there, you know, holidays are coming up and you're like, right, I want to get in shape. And you want to do it in 6 weeks, and then you just want to go on your holiday, forget about doing this thing, and then revisit it the next year around, and then the next year around again, or like Christmas parties come up and then revisit it then. How do you change it and make it consistent in your life? And that's the question we're going to find out today. What Roger, what the triggers were. Roger, initially before you came to see me.
Yeah, that's what you want. That's the word there, triggers.
Yeah. So initially before you came to see me, what was life like before you came to see me?
Oh man, I played football like twice a week. Well, played football on a Saturday morning every week. I managed a team and I trained once a week on top of that, and I just did that. You know what I mean? And anything outside of that was like maybe I play extra day of football to make it 2 days a week, where just like an hour of training or hour of five-a-side football or something. And that was it, man. I just played my football, did my thing, and that was it, man. You know what I mean? From since I was 20 all the way up to when we first met up in my late 30s.
So he was consistent all the way playing sports. Man. But when you actually came and you're seeing about the gym world and you were watching us and you know what I mean? You noticed that we were doing certain things. When was the changing point? Because after that, the comment where you were like, nah, this fitness thing's not really for me.
For me, I know. I was teasing you guys, man. I remember I was just laughing at these guys because they were doing HIIT workouts in front of me, and I was like, you guys ain't that fit, you know what I'm saying, and whatsoever. So I was taking the mick out to them because, I'm that guy. People can say I like sledging a bit still on the court still and all these business, but and the pitch and stuff. But, I can give it, man. But I'll be honest with you, some of the negative perceptions of fitness is that mentally I knew that as an individual, I'm a team sport person. So I struggle in environments by myself. So I see fitness in the gym as a solo sport, which is not me as such. I like to I like to be around people when it comes to fitness. That drives me to another level. Also on top of that, like, you guys said something in one of the conversations that we did with Gen Fit, with Denzel and stuff, was that when you turn 40, your muscles start to waste away. And I was like, and I wouldn't say I wasn't muscle, I wasn't overweight. I was far from it. I was just a decent build, and I just carry on. People think, I look young, and, I just carried on moving. But then you guys showed that there's deterioration now. And I thought, sugar, deterioration. So I thought, you know what? And I was getting a few hamstring injuries, and I thought I was ready to put down football because I knew my hamstrings might not last much longer. So I think I mentioned about to you my hamstrings, and the strange thing is at the same time as well, I had two friends who were diagnosed with cancer, who were about a year younger than me. So they did have, even though there were fitness guys back in the day, we did stop, like typical men, we stopped fitness about 30, 35, and then we just enjoy life a bit more, focus on family life, and you put aside badminton and whatever. And one of my friends felt like, he said, you know what, I stopped playing certain things and I just stopped doing things for a season. And that season became 5 years, and I felt like if I kept that going, it's not that would stop the cancer, it would have been a contributing factor to give me a longer time before I could, you know what I mean? But there's a million contributions towards that. If I ate better, if it did so, there's a lot of things I was doing that was cheat coding. I eat my fast foods, I will do things like that. And for me, I was doing all that, and then he kind of rushed me and said to me, like, listen, you've got to do something. Do it now. Don't wait until you're fighting later on. You know what I'm saying? When you're firefighting, it's more. So that was a really major turning point for me, because, for the first time, you see the fragility of life. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you know what I mean? You don't expect to see that until you're 60. Your brethren, you know what I'm saying? It's not no gang thing. This is just cancer, man. And there's similar cancers as well, colon cancers. And I was like, crazy. So I was like, yo, what can I do to stop this coming around? And, at the season at the time, I seen yourself and said, okay, I'll come down for one of your classes. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I come in there, and that's a whole nother story. We'll get to that, man. He's laughing because
I've got a memory there, I've got a memory.
So you know what I mean? And I was see I'm an alpha male, and males don't like losing to women. So that was an experience. But you had these open classes that really, for me, was fantastic anyway, because it enabled me to still be in a team environment. You know what I'm saying? And really get into it. But I purposely didn't train 5 times a week. I just did it once a week, because I knew I can do this for the rest of my life. Guaranteed.
And that's one thing. That's one thing I got to give you. You've made that a consistency. Like I say, a lot of people go say that they want to train, and they, start up expectations that's very high and hard to keep.
Yeah.
Rather than just like yourself, just keep it to 1. Yeah. And then if you can make it 2, and just be very consistent with that. 100%. I do find that people, 3, 4, 5 times people want to train in a week, and then, fall short on like week 3, and then that's it. It's like, I've messed up, and that's it. And it's not the wrong way. It's the wrong way to look at it.
Yeah, 100%.
Just have I would say just having the lowest level that you can do, and then having a medium level or the highest level, and just work between those.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think to be realistically, if you train hard 3-4 times a week, you might see some gains very quickly. Yeah, and you might see your muscle mass will probably grow like crazy, but there becomes a point where you just plateau, and then I see a lot of people retract like quickly. So for me, it's about, I won't get the muscle mass as quick as everybody else, but I know I'll get there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But when I get there, it's there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm just gradually doing it. Right. And I've just gradually done it for 8 years. And I feel strong and good for it. I can't do consistently 50 press-ups, but I'm stronger doing press-ups, you know what I mean? And I've just gone for the long game. Yeah. It sounds weird. I sound like some wise guys, oh, you don't want to beef out. I said, man, I'm married. I don't need to be no pop. I don't need to have girls diving over me on the beach, yeah? So I'm not looking for that. I just want to be stronger, better, fitter going into my latter years.
And saying that word, strong, okay?
Yeah.
That word around it, like, I remember when you came to the studio and you started to do press-ups, and I purposely put you next to a female. And
the 2 females I clearly remember.
Yeah, 2 females.
And
he realized that he was not as strong as he thought he was.
It's about I was smiling next to them, because I and the joke is, I think Sean was there at that one, yeah. That was Sean when he had undefined arms, when he had big arms. I used to go with arms because he had big arms, yeah. And him, I think Marcus was there, yeah. And then on the other side, I said, yo, keep away from them, man, because the arms are big guys. Like, so I'm like, them man are doing 50 press, and when they're doing press, they're going wah, 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 like that. You know what I'm saying? And they're knocking out, yeah, let's do 50. I'm going, oh my God. in the football workouts, we only do 10. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going, if I can get to 15, it's good. So when Mikey's kind of shoved me, I'm happy to go next to 2 young ladies at the end. And one lady's a few years older than me. And I was like, got this all day like this. And I'm right next to her going, come. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I was like, come, let's do this. And then I remember to this day, and you know the joke is, I was there doing it. And I got to 15. And I looked across. And she's still going strong, you know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying Sabrina, shout out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh my God. So I'm there going. And I got to 20. I'm going, this is my world record PB. And she's still going. I was like, no, see, And he said, bear in mind, I only probably did 10 press-ups now and again, yeah? I got to about 26, 28. And then I had to quit. You know what I'm saying? And she just carried on going. I was like, I felt so I was like, I was destroyed. I was like, that just said to me, yo, just like, okay, this my life has to change, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I had nice little biceps, man. I was like, yeah, like it's not like I didn't look like I can do press-ups, but I just look like I can do press-ups.
It goes back to that. They weren't strong. You weren't strong. He just looked the part, but he was not strong. And then he was like, wait there. I'm being challenged. But however, I'll be honest with you, a lot of guys, we all probably fell in that same situation. There's two type of guys. There's ones that would say, I am never going back, and that's it. I've been embarrassed, and they'll just accept it. And there's other men, like Roger, that are going, no, this is not going to happen. This doesn't happen to me.
No.
I have standards, and I will work hard to improve my standards till I get to the point that I'm achieving what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. No, 100%. Have to, bro. I kind of have to.
Bearing in mind, remember before he started, he said that the best he's ever done was 10 at that time. Okay,
10 was normal.
What's the best you've ever done now?
Oh, I've done 50. Yeah. Because we did that 50 challenge, and it was crazy because doing the 50, I was thinking, how is it possible? But it was about a month programming it.
Yeah, a month program.
And it's like I'm 50, and then now when you do begin workouts and we have to hit a 10, 100 reps, I can't do it straight 50 at the moment, but I know in a session when you do 10s and rest and 10s and rest, I can easily, get to 100 reps easy. You know what I'm saying? Not easy, but when you're screaming and bawling, but I can get to 100 reps, 100%. You know what I'm saying?
So part of it is, it's mindset as well. Like if you never ever experienced it, like you were saying at the beginning, you never experienced what strength is. But however, now you've experienced it, would you ever not do it?
Bro, listen, guys, I play football now. Like, these are the benefits of of training, my training with Mikey Spice. I have to say the strength elements. Strength elements I've totally ignored because I thought I was strong. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? The football pitch, people see me as strong, I do this and do that. But what the training did do, as much as it wasn't about bulking, the strength that I was gaining is that I remember I actually felt like by the end of that particular season, when I just started, I'll never forget it, somebody kicked me and was on the floor hurt. And I was like, you all right, mate? You know what I'm saying? I was going, hold on. These things don't hurt me anymore. You know what I'm saying, bro? It was like, I felt like, I really felt like Wolverine now. You know what I'm saying, bro? And it's just like, hold on a second. My hamstrings, as much as they get tight, they're still, you always question about tight hamstrings, yeah? The more, there's a part of the season where I'm going, oh my God. But the strengthening that I've been doing with my hamstrings, I don't really have them problems at all. I do have the odd hamstring problem, but that solved the problem. I thought I was ready to get done out here. So I was ready to done my football at 40, but you kind of elongated it. I'm now playing, and we won a final the other day at the age of 48. You know what I'm saying? And it's elongated the thing. And I'm going into next season. I'm doing a training session with the young people, and I'm still second or third in the running and the different exercises. And I got 16, 18-year-olds going, you're 48. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, I'm prepared for, prepared for war is a good question. But after football training, I'm going to do a 3K jog, a 3 to 5K jog, depending on how much energy I got in my body. So the strength exercising has helped my endurance, my strength, but my durability as well. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I would have to talk to my younger self if I've ever hit Mikey at the age of 18, 19. You know what I'm saying? I'll be a monster. You know what I'm saying? Absolute monster. You know what I mean? It's not about being big, but it's being about the right size, being strong for your size. And I think sometimes men get that wrong as well. They think gym is just about bulking out, taking illegal substances, getting big overnight. Girls start jumping on you and whatsoever. And that's unfortunately the drive for men. You know what I'm saying? And even men, as they get older, I'm going to go gym pump. And men when we're older, they seem to have this typical build of big arms, no definition, and just have this high chest up and whatever. And it looks like it's healthy. But is it healthy? Is it strong? You know what I'm saying? I've been to the gym back in the day. I'm just trying to maintain my size. You know what I mean? So, which is not so much a healthy state. It just looks good. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm kind of like. For me, I just enjoy being functional, being strong, being able to run about. I've got 2 young boys. I can keep up with them.
Yeah. And it's always great when you can run past a 30-year-old or 20-year-old, and you look at them saying, I'm old enough to be a dad.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%, man.
Get up. Pick up yourself and come on.
Bro, I tell them straight. Listen, I got people got Grand Pitney. Yeah, I'm in my age. You know what I'm saying? I got younger cousins. Some of them could be, if you're 16 now, I could easily, if I was fast, could be your granddad.
There it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I got to explain to, I think part of this conversation, the message we need to get out is to those who are in the younger ages, you got to keep on going. You got to, don't just base it off like, just want to look good for the opposite sex.
Yeah.
Or, make this part of your lifestyle and, create standards. Because the question you need to ask yourself, where do you want to be in your later life? Like, do you want to be that father that's running around with your kids? I had a race with my son, and he's 18. And like I say, he's still behind me. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I can't say many of his dads.
If he seats it on his phone.
Yeah, that's going to be a post. Like, you know what?
Yeah, mate.
What I'm saying is that, we had a great time. Fathers in the park with our sons in later ages. And our sons are still fit, but we're still there and we're still competing with them and having fun.
That's
and do you know what? We made memorable moments on their 30th birthday rather than doing what normal traditional people do. Just go to the restaurant, eat some food, and then you leave 100%. And you're like, what did I do my 30th? We've got some memorable moments that are going to last a lifetime. When you close your eyes and think about how much laughter we had that day doing all these movements. And, movement in general is fun.
It's fun, and I think there's movement is fun, and something you emphasize, and I would definitely say, guys, as much as I didn't go to the gym, I was very active with sports, but they got to a stage when you have children in, life hit you and work hit you, that you decide I can put this aside. I got encouraged to definitely within my culture, myself, my background, I went to church and got married at the age of 22. Okay, trouble with the wife when she goes, but I'm 22, over 25 years ago now. And at the time it's like, okay, cool, dash all sports away, focus on life, career, whatever. But I know I wanted to be active. I look back and I'll be honest with you, if I didn't breathe the fresh air of the pitch in a Saturday morning, for all the stresses of the development of life, I don't know where I'll be. And I'm not saying, and I'm a man of faith, and I 100% believe in God, and I do believe that there's an element of, we prayed and you get through, and I think we do call that. But I believe what has helped my mental well-being has been being active, And so when you say, don't give it up, it's a very serious thing. And we get thrown stats all the time about men just talk, men and their mental health. We hear it all the time, Mike. But men, let's be real, there's not many spaces to talk that are safe. So it's okay for all these social media platforms and these famous people to say, just talk, but you don't know, you don't have nobody to talk. The way that I could deal with that, literally, you know, when you're popping through the thermometer moment and you're about to explode, is just through sports, just it takes the edge off life. It's a great escapism because it's positive for your body. Unfortunately, people escape through other negative means, drink, alcohol, drugs, and whatever they're still here. It is an amazing positive positive escapism. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that's how serious it is. You have to bend. It's not just about, you can pick something, but maintain your activity, be consistent, be active for all your life. If you do walks, if you go for cycles, you do find an activity, that's great. If you can do a bit of gym on top, that's fantastic for strength exercise. You don't have to go every day of the week. Have a routine and just do something. If you can't go to the gym, do your press-ups. Bro, there's so many workouts out there. It's unreal. You know what I'm saying? Even if you just focus on burpees and develop your burpees, there's so many amazing things you can do. I would just encourage it, because being physically healthy, one of the key things when I was doing a lot of things with the NHS and talking to them, what connects to mental health issues is always your physical health. You know what I'm saying? If that's at its poor state, effects there, bro.
Yeah.
That's the importance of it, bro.
Yeah. If your body's not together,
Your mind's not together.
And both of them are very important. To train, to move. It is that you've got to be able to move your body, but you need the mind to say that you're going to get there. And the mind's got to be like, right, we're willing to go to that place.
But tell me something, mate. When we both went through the COVID period. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm going to flip onto Mike slightly, because you touched amazing points, and I know you wanted to focus about the mentality. But when we went through COVID and they put us in cages, yeah, I remember that last training session we had before COVID. Never forget that. And he was like, right, these are prison press-ups people. They showed me all the It's like, what, you gotta do it like this, you gotta do the wall one, you gotta do this. This is how you maintain your body through. Body, it was a mental prison, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, I know young men who actually tried to commit suicide in that period. They lost the sports, they lost the activity, took that little bit of five-a-side football after them in the week. They lost every expression, physical expression, and there's almost losing it. They couldn't find another activity. They struggled so much. That shows you how much our mind is. You cage a man. You know what I'm saying? You see him go crazy.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well, like I said, we always, we're hunters, really. And, you can't have a hunter stuck in the cage, because he won't, do you know what I mean? He will go crazy. and like I said, that's the biggest thing. I do think, after watching one of my favorite programs, Last Kingdom. It's the Last Kingdom with Utrecht.
You watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I love them periodical dramas. Them bigger one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's come back on again, isn't it, I think?
With Utrecht.
Yeah, Utrecht. Yeah, it's come back on.
Yeah. But you know what?
Viking life.
Viking life. Yeah. Like I said, I know with men, we are warriors, and we need to make sure that we stay in that warrior state. And it doesn't mean that we have to go out fighting, but I'm saying is that, listen, if there was a war out there and we're on the battlefield, and we have to defend our family, defend our country. Okay, we want to know that we're around other men that feel the same way. And the women would want to know that as well at the same time, like their man's out there defending their case. But I'm saying is that for us to do that, we have to be connected to other men. Wow. And sometimes when we're not connected with other men, and we're around in too much of a feminine energy, then that way, nobody wins. Because I see a lot of women today, okay, in the sense that they want their man to step up, or they want their sons to step up, but at the same time, they're not giving them the leverage to actually do so. And if they
caging them,
they're caging them at the same time. Or for instance, if they was a warrior, they're taking it away from them by saying that, you know what, don't be around your friends, come back at this time. And, you know, a warrior can't be controlled. If he's going to be a warrior, he needs to be able to go out there and defend for everybody and do what he's got to do. But it's hard to do it when he's got the handcuffs around his back. And then he'll fall a bit more soft. And then when he falls soft, you're I need the warrior to come back out and say, you're going to protect me. But by then, he's changed. It becomes hard for him to be, you know, come that warrior again, unless he gets around other men again.
Yeah, man. Come on.
And only other men can make another man turn back into a warrior. Or being in a female environment is quite difficult for a man to do that. And we have to be in that competitive zone that we're competing. And it could be competing in any way. Some of it physical, okay, some of it mental battles, but we're competing, we're getting ourselves, our body in that state.
And the thing is, 100%, and you know, when we've got a group of men that we train with and whatever, and it almost, what you have to realize is that we say it's not good to talk, but ladies, you realize that you keep on saying, just talk to someone, just hear to talk, but you took that away from him. And it's not, we're not here to bash our sisters out there, women or whatever, so we're not here about that. But the thing is, you take away the ability of man to group up, to exercise, we're not saying to do something wrong, we're saying to go out there, go into some sort of, like you said, team or community or whatever that's doing positive things, going for walks. They might say, listen, I want to go and walk in Dovedale for the whole day on a Saturday, and they're like, no, you gotta come and do this, you gotta do this. You miss the opportunity where the man could go for 8 hours and then communicate with other men and then come back off there, and them things that it was sending him wild, he feels refreshed and better, and it's better for the home. So there's them elements, like you said, the caging them away, that you don't realize that the same thing that you said when men are, unfortunately, and it's scary, men are committing suicide. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's a very serious subject, you know what I mean? And they disassociate men coming together for activity. You know what I'm saying? With positive well-being. Yeah. And positive well-being is important. Right up to, listen, back home, you know, both me and Mike, we got a connection when it comes to saying kids. You go back home. Mike, when people talk about back home, our parents and different things like that, you have to realize that basically they have to continue keep moving till they die. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we're not talking about retire from activity at 30. Yeah. If you can move to your 65, to your 80, that's all good. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm seeing his YouTube videos now, I'm seeing men doing pull-ups at 65. I'm going, yo.
Yeah, I think that needs to be out there to show that it's still possible, because if we look around society today and we don't see any men or females even as well doing that, then we don't think it's possible. And then guess what? When Uber Eats comes and life, all the nice, easy stuff comes, we fall into that trap of the easy stuff, and then we forget ourselves. And then before you know it, our time's done. Yeah. We're not that state. Because like I said, I can ask any, and by the way, I've got to get this out here. I can ask any woman out there, do you want a man or do you want a boy? And the question to what I say to that is, if your son, okay, loses his, when your son is, you're growing him up, okay, and a woman takes control of him, most women will go crazy. Mm-hmm. But that's because you got to ask yourself, are you growing him up like a man that's standing in his own energy? He's confident, he knows what he wants, he has a sense of direction. I think sometimes women look for that, but however, the guys are not showing up for that. And it can be partly, it's not just society. Yeah. So it's important that we keep, our children, the men, together within that energy of knowing where they are with that energy.
Yeah. And men push each other. We are natural. we pushed it. We had some fun the other day. We went and played tennis, yeah. And guys, we went to play tennis together. With about 7, 8 of us, yeah, play tennis. The joke is, 3 of the mans texted me before, said they're not playing because the this, that, the other, yeah. And there's no, everybody just got the bat and played.
Yeah.
Everybody, because we are natural. Nobody can beat. You know what I mean? We're like, it's char. I'm doing this even if I've got. You know what I mean? We just, as soon as we get in that environment, mentally, we just switch totally. That man texts me, say, "Yo, I'm injured. Yo."
But that goes back to a warrior mentality.
Yeah.
When you get around other guys, you forget about your injury. You forget about all this. It's like, right, I'm here to fight, man. I want to win. I want to do everything. I want to get physical. I want to get.
Yeah.
But I'm saying is that you can't do that with your partner right next to you. Do you know what I mean? Like you turn into this warrior. You know what I mean? Because at the same time, it's like, ooh, that's energy's too much. But however, you can do that around the boys. You can't, do you know what I mean? You can't do it around your, you know what I mean, your partner.
No, around the ladies, man. And I think that it sounds harsh, but like, bro, we have to encourage, man. You know, myself, I encourage. It's important, even though society has said it for a long time. It is important. It is important. It's not about going down the pub and drinking loads of pints and getting and just deforming your body. But it's a case of going. Yeah, and we're not saying you shouldn't do that. But all I'm saying is that it's important that we do positive physical activity together as men and women. I 100% believe men. We vice versa. When we appreciate what exercise has done for our life, we would then in turn create spaces and leave space for our women to listen. You need to go out there and exercise. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And the joke is, we'll be even more positive about it than before because we know the physical benefits for ourselves.
And it's like I say, it goes through the whole household. It will be for the children as well, because, like, you know, exercise, moving, working out brings a new sense of energy, confidence. A lot of people, you know, the reason why people get into exercising and like really stay in it and do it because they feel a sense of confidence, sense of structure, discipline. I know at the beginning it can be a bit overwhelming, but once you make those things a sense of your identity, it shows in your energy, it shows in your body, it shows in your outcome, it shows in like where you're going in life.
Yeah, no. 100%, and I can do, you know, guys, you know, I turned 14, I just haven't stopped till this age, and I'm still redefining my body going into my 50s. May even be playing football into my 50s, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to do it without, and I call it sports fitness, but there's element of plyometric training that Mikey does with at the place, which is real cool. And it's not like I do loads, but I want to just do enough. I just maintained it, and it's helped me have my endurance, my strength. And I will reiterate that you just enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? It's something you said to me, Mike, you know, and I have to say, and this stuck to me as well. I think it was before COVID. Or in COVID and whatever. When you're in your old space, you said to me, it's not about it, because everybody says, "Oh, wow, you can't guarantee if you go gym that you won't die or early or whatever." So yeah, but you said no, it's about the quality of life. Yeah, and I see a lot of guys now. I'm 48 years old. I know a lot of guys my age. I don't have the functionality that I have. I can bend down, I can move around. I don't take that for granted. Yeah. Yes, I got a few little muscle strains and whatever there. So yeah, that's where it goes, man, you know. But the thing is, it's the quality of life, guys. If, God forbid it, anything happens to me over the next 5 years, I've had a full life of quality of movement. You know what I'm saying? And I look at my peers, they can't even walk up the stairs without being tired. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they're less than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm out running. I'm seeing beer belly. You know, we call it beer belly, but it can't matter being beer. But, you know, guys at the age of 32, 33, overweight youngsters in the mid-20s. And I'm running my rings around them. I'm saying, but I'm old enough to be your dad. You know what I'm saying? But I know I've got a quality of life which is positive. I can go for walks anytime, every day. I do that all the time. I keep active. You know what I'm saying? So that's real positive thing rates happen for me, guys, and I would just encourage that. You know what? Still, yeah, it's the quality of life. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a quality of life. When we was doing the exercises last year, and he would chuck a weight. Was it, how much?
40 kg weight. Yeah,
was it 40 kg?
No, 30 kg.
30 kg.
Yeah.
So Mike will so my weight is it's always been just under 80 kg, just going over 80 kg now. So Mike would go for a run. He said, you put this weight, because I would turn up late to the session. So they made an example out to me. So I'm usually no problem. So I'll put this 30 kg waistcoat thing on. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, man. Yeah. Got this. Guys, after about 1 minute, I'm going, yo, imagine and there's people out there that weigh over 100 kg. You cannot run. And I'm in a fit state, my body, and I don't want to carry the extra 30 kg. Yes, I could train myself so I can be more efficient in that. But why would I want to be less fitter carrying an extra, being 110 kg and not fit? That life I don't want, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't want, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's, and it motivates me to just say, nah, not happening. And when you get the fat out as well, even Mike's got this big little squirmy little lard thing, I'm going, is that fat? What it is? And that's one, you know what I mean? And that's what, it's scary.
And that's the facts around your arteries, like if you think about it and stuff. But like I said, you know, guys, we're going to look to close the show.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
But I want to say, like, you know, moving forward, you really need to be thinking, you know, flip forward, how you want to be living your life in the next 4 or 5 years. What standard do you want it to be? Where do you see yourself? Where do you want to? How do you want to feel? Because it's going to happen to all of us. And like Roger said, the quality of life, like I said, quality of life matters. It's not just about being in existence, but being in existence with purpose. And that's why I say talk about the marker and the pencil mentality. The pencil is around, but however, it snaps under pressure and it doesn't really do much. But then, however, the marker, you put it on a tree or you put it on a wall, it stays there, it's permanent. You can't bend it. Marker's thick. It can take a lot of pressure. Come on, keep on pushing for the marker moments. On that note, we're going to close the show.
Yeah.
Roger, is there anything you want to give to anybody, just words of inspiration?
Oh, man, don't live life with any regrets, guys. You know, listen to what we're saying. You know what I mean? You can be, you know what I'm saying, in your 40s right now, even your 50s right now. Get active, do it wisely. We run a program. We advise you to do it wisely. Take your time, but get off your butt, as I would say. You know what I'm saying? If you're a young man, do not sit down. We have seen, myself and Mike, a lot of young men who used to run with us when we were 16, and when you see them when they're 35, 40, you're like, what happened to you, G? Oh yeah, you know, it's not what we know. You know what I mean? So we're two guys who have lived life, who've seen the positive and negatives and not taking care of your physical well-being. That actually affects your mental well-being. That also affects your family's well-being.
Yeah.
It affects it. So guys, it's important, man.
Yeah. On that note, if anybody's looking to get started very soon and want to get into training, I've got a 28-day training program. However, it's part of, can you commit to being disciplined, have structure, getting focus for 28 days? And if you can, best way to reach out to me is just look for Body Sharp or leave a comment in the DMs or wherever you see this information, and we'll reach out to you. Come on, people, let's stay sharp.